Today we are drawing Deadpool and Wolverine in 1000 minutes, 100 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 minute, and 10 seconds. This is the Epic Art Challenge. Also, you want to win original art by me? Watch the video to find out how. So I always like to start with a larger amount of time, 100 minutes, which is roughly around 1 hour and 40 minutes, just to kind of get my feet wet, kind of get warmed up, so when I get to the smaller times, it's a little bit easier. Hi, I'm James the Box Office Artist. I've been drawing professionally for almost 25 years now, working on comic books for Marvel and DC, especially known for my work on Hulk, Wonder Woman, and Transformers. I've worked in television, film, and games as a visual effects artist for almost 10 years, working on things like Watchmen, Splinter Cell, Percy Jackson, and now I've been on YouTube for 11 years and counting. And I'm known for doing these type of challenges. It's been a lot of fun, and it really tests me. So when it comes to time challenges, we really need to streamline our process while maintaining quality. So it's all about balancing speed with accuracy. Whenever I do these type of challenges, I always like to break down the time into like mini deadlines. And for example, this one here, I'm gonna take the first 30 minutes to just take it easy and nail down these poses. This really is the meat of the drawing, because if the structure is good, it doesn't matter how many lines I add to it afterwards, it's going to be a good drawing. However, if the structure is bad, then it won't be a good drawing, no matter how many lines I add to it. Think about it like a cake. I find all the little details, all the little lines and cross-hatching, that's just icing on the cake. As much as I love icing, it's not the whole cake. The cake needs to be solid first. So I'm just sketching this out with a regular pencil on Strathmore Bristol board, 11 by 17 regular comic paper, and I'm just gonna go to town and try to do some iconic poses for Deadpool and Wolverine. Now this might be very hard for some of you. A lot of you always say to me, hey James, I wish I could draw like you. Well, number one, remember, I've been doing this for quite a long time. And number two, there is a way to get there faster than I did. And especially you today, you have a vast amount of information on the internet that can help you when it comes to learning how to draw and how to draw faster and how to be better. And one way to do that is through my friends at Skillshare. If you are passionate about improving your art skills like me, then Skillshare is the perfect platform for you. Skillshare offers thousands of inspiring classes for creatives, including drawing, illustration, and character design. So whether you're a beginner or looking to refine your techniques, there is something for everyone. For example, you want to draw like me? You want to master comic book art? You want to be better than me? Well, Skillshare has courses taught by industry professionals that cover everything from anatomy to storytelling. So some classes that I could personally recommend. How about my good friend, Marvel artist David Finch, legendary Marvel artist? But how about being a social media artist? How about look no further than my mentor, the man who taught me what it's like to be an art YouTuber, my good friend Jazza. My good friend Jazza has a bunch of courses, whether it be standing out to be a YouTuber, also how to draw with anatomy and illustration for comics. I've learned so much from him, and you can learn a lot from him too through Skillshare. Click the link in the description. That's right, the link in the description to get started with Skillshare. The first 500 people to sign up will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium. Don't miss out on this opportunity to unleash your creativity and join a vibrant community of learners on Skillshare. Now let's get back to this Deadpool and Wolverine drawing, but remember to check out Skillshare to fuel your creative journey. Explore your creativity with Skillshare. Click the link below and start your free trial today. So winding down on the time here, pretty much just adding as much shading as I can and the amount of time that I can, pretty much having a top right light source coming down, and that helps me figure out where all the blacks and the cross hatching should go. Whenever you're drawing a comic book page professionally, usually it could take anywhere from, I don't know, 3 hours to 8 hours to 12 hours. It all depends on what's on the page, how many panels there are, how many characters, so that it could really vary. So even a 100-minute drawing, or even a 1 hour and 40-minute drawing, it still feels like 10 seconds to me. It goes by so fast. And here it is, the final 100-minute Deadpool and Wolverine drawing. I'm okay with this, but I feel like I could use just a tiny bit more just to finish it off. So I'm actually going to take a few more minutes just to add a little bit more detail to this piece. And there you have it, Deadpool and Wolverine in 100 minutes. Now let's go ahead and draw Deadpool and Wolverine in 10 minutes. Now I'm just going to draw this in pencil and see how far I could go with just pencil. Now I'm going to do something I've never really done on this channel when it comes to these time challenges. I've been picking up a lot of sketch covers recently, and it's been a lot of fun, so I thought to myself, how about for these time challenges, let's up the quality a little bit, and we'll do them on these sketch covers. In 3, 2, 1. So I have a Deadpool #1 sketch cover that I picked up at Niagara Falls Comic Con recently. You know, having a pose that it's kind of similar to what we did with the 100-minute. I want Wolverine in the front, but this time I want his claws kind of coming out at us, and that's a little trick that I do so I can kind of cover the rest of the body, but also have Deadpool in the back, having Wolverine kind of covering more of Deadpool's body so I don't have to draw the whole body. And I'm thinking maybe I'll put the hands behind him so he's holding the swords. You thought 100 minutes went quick. 10 minutes is going even faster. As I'm coming down the time, the less hope I have of this being looking finished. Like, I could go ahead and grab a marker at this point and just go for it, but part of me is like, I want to see how far I could get with just pencil and what kind of drawing I can get with just the pencil. So let's see. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There it is. Nice pencil sketch. Looks more like just like a layout, like a 10-minute layout, but at the same time, you can see all the structures there and everything that I want to do with it. Okay, so that's Deadpool and Wolverine in 10 minutes, and to be honest, not the most finished drawing that I've done. Usually when I do these 10-minute drawings, I'm doing just the head, but I wanted to get more of the body in. It's different when you're doing these challenges with 2 characters instead of 1, because, you know, I'm worried about more detail, definitely more detail by doing so. And, you know, for just pencil, it's okay, but part of me, I'll be honest guys, part of me wants to finish this thing. So, because it's on a sketch cover, because I want to look good, let's go ahead and ink this guy up. Let's go. There it is, my 10-minute Deadpool and Wolverine all linked up. I don't know, is that cheating a little bit? I don't know if that's cheating a little bit. Why don't you guys let me know? But how about to make this better, why don't I give this away? You want this sketch cover? You guys want this sketch cover? Well, I'll be willing to send this to you. All you got to do is, #1, sign up for Skillshare, and #2, leave me a comment in the comments down below. Now let's go to the 1-minute challenge. All right. We're going to do this best we can. Again, I'm just going to use a pencil. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. With even less time here, let's close up on the heads just a little bit. I do want to get some claws in there. I do want to get Deadpool holding a weapon in there. You know, maybe have their faces kind of like side by side. Let's see how far I can get. And here it is, Deadpool and Wolverine side by side. Not bad. It's not bad. It's bad. What do you what do you want from me? It's bad, okay? So, you know what? Because I did with the first one, and I don't know, I know this is cheating. I usually don't do this, but why don't I just take a few minutes because it's on a sketch cover. Let's go ahead and finish this drawing. There you go, that's Deadpool and Wolverine in 1 minute. Extra. You want to win this cover? Well, why don't you go ahead and comment down below. Tell me, who do you like better, Wolverine or Deadpool? And let me know why in the comments down below. Now let's get to the 10-second Deadpool drawing. Again, on a sketch cover. Just using pencil. Let's see how far we could go. You guys ready? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Again, it's one thing if it was there's just one character. It's two characters here. Usually I could get a little bit of a smiley face going. But, you know, like we did with the other two, why don't I go ahead? I am going to finish this drawing. Let's get going. I love these type of covers, you know, where you have the half the face is one character, half the face is the other, and I added as much detail as I could. You know, the one thing about these sketch covers is it is smaller than I usually draw, so, you know, trying to, you know, using a smaller pen, try to get a little bit more detail in there, I did my best. So the question is, do you want it? Do you want this cover? Well, why don't you go ahead and comment below and let me know what Deadpool and Wolverine variant is your favorite. Why don't you comment below and let me know. So that's drawing Deadpool and Wolverine in 100 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 minute, and 10 seconds. But why do we get to the big one? Why do we go to 1,000 minutes, which translate roughly to 16 hours and 40 minutes? So if you have not watched Deadpool and Wolverine, I am going to put a spoiler warning for this drawing. Now, for the first part of it, if you have not seen the movie, it's okay because I'm going to just draw Deadpool and Wolverine, and then I'm going to add some extra Easter eggs that we saw in the film a little bit later on that are relevant to both characters, whether you watch the movie or not. So let's get started in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I'm going to take the first hour just to kind of lay out what I want to draw on these two pieces of Bristol board. The size I'm going to draw this is 22 by 17, so two 11 by 17 boards kind of taped together. For those of you who are not in North America, think about it as two A3 boards taped together. So I do want this to be more of an action pose. The characters coming straight in your face, very comic booky, and a lot of fun at the same time. So it is a lot of time, so I want to make sure that the structure is sound. I talked about that earlier, where if I know where everything's going, it makes the drawing so much more easier. So I want to have really cool poses for both Deadpool and Wolverine. So I'm thinking having Wolverine on one half of the drawing, Deadpool on the other half of the drawing, kind of both at a very Jim Lee-esque style pose with them coming at us. And both Deadpool and Wolverine being the overarching characters on both pieces here. So here's a little trick for you. I always call it the 80-20 rule. 20% of the work makes up for 80% of the value of the piece. So if I draw these two the best, Wolverine and Deadpool the best, because they take about, you know, a good 20% of my time here, okay? If I draw them the best, even if I don't draw the other characters I'm going to draw on here that well, it doesn't matter too much because these two characters, they're the focal point. They will look good, and they will make up for a lot of the mistakes I'm going to make a little bit later on as I'm trying to rush to finish this particular piece here. So I gave myself mini time limits here. So the first hour I'm going to lay out, which I did, and now I'm going to transfer onto the boards, and then I'm going to give myself roughly about 2 hours each for each character, starting with Deadpool. And now Wolverine, and we are just going to go kind of rough these out on the big paper before I go ahead and start with the details. Now let's go ahead and draw Wolverine. Probably my favorite Marvel character of all time, Wolverine. Mainly because his original height was mine. A little bit taller. Wolverine's also known for his healing powers, adamantium skeleton. Adamantium, which we found out is going to be found in the MCU soon, which is actually pretty cool. You know, he's got those iconic claws. He was created by Roy Thompson, Len Wein, and John Romita Sr. First appeared in Incredible Hulk number 180 in 1974. And when Hugh Jackman was cast as Wolverine in that first X-Men movie, it actually wasn't supposed to be him. He was the second choice. The first choice was Dougray Scott. I remember that clearly because I remember him being announced to be the Wolverine, but then he had to drop out because he was filming, I think, Mission Impossible. Oh, poor guy. And now Hugh Jackman, you can't imagine anyone else being Wolverine. Well, except maybe somebody I'm going to be drawing coming up. Spoilers! So let's talk a little bit about Deadpool, one of my favorite characters of all time, created by Rob Liefeld and Fabian Nicieza. I never know if that's how you pronounce his name. Ever since, you know, when I was a kid, I was horrible at pronouncing comic creators' names. I always got it wrong. It wasn't until I got to conventions I learned how to actually say their name. So I'm not even sure if I'm saying his name right. Nicieza? But he first appeared in New Mutants number 98 in 1991, way before a lot of you were born. And Deadpool's always such a fun character, breaking the fourth wall all of the time, dark sense of humor. So I timed myself 2 hours for Deadpool. I wanted to make sure that I got all the little details I wanted, all the cross-hatching features, you know, all of that in there as much as I could. And for 2 hours, not too bad for this Deadpool. So here we are, Deadpool and Wolverine. We are roughly around 4 hours or so in at this point. Now going to draw everything else. Now, spoiler warning, okay? Spoiler warning for all of you. The characters I'm about to add here, they are characters that are featured as cameos in Deadpool and Wolverine. So if you have not seen the movie, you don't want to be spoiled, your warning is right now, okay? You know what? You're welcome to leave this video right now. Leave the video right now. Go watch something else, go watch the movie, and come back and see this part. You'll appreciate it more. But let's go ahead and start adding the extra characters. So I'm going to start by adding Nicepool. You know, the samurai Deadpool. Was he samurai Deadpool? I'm not sure. But, you know, Deadpool without the disfigured face. Good-looking Ryan Reynolds. You guys know I've drawn Ryan Reynolds many times. I did Ryan Reynolds, a special Ryan Reynolds video, drawing him on the Rogers Center, formerly known as the Sky Dome. That was a lot of fun. That video went viral, so thank you to all of you who watched that video. So every time I get to draw Ryan Reynolds, always a good time. Now what you're going to find is, when I approach this piece, I'm going to draw one character on one side, and then draw another character on the other side that's kind of, I won't say similar, but kind of fits the features of that character. So let's go to the other side, and I'm going to draw one of my favorite characters of all time, the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, that I would never thought I would see on the big screen. But it was great to see Hugh Jackman as that character with the one hand chopped off, with the crazy hair. This was a lot of fun to draw. Now notice here, I'm not going to finish it completely. I'm not going to draw the claws, and I'm not going to draw the legs in, because I have an idea of what's going to go in front of it. Same with the Nicepool. I didn't draw his legs yet. So there's a reason for the madness, and I'll tell you guys about that in a second. But now, why don't we go ahead and draw Small Stack Wolverine. Short Wolverine. You know, Wolverine in the comics is 5'3" in the comics. And that's why it was great to see them have a literal 5'3" Wolverine in Deadpool and Wolverine. You know, for years, people wanted a comic book accurate Wolverine, and looking at it now, you're like, maybe not. But again, you know, it's all about how he's approached. You know, it's all about the writing. I'm sure the right writer can make a 5'3" Wolverine work, but in the Wolverine, with the Wolverine lore that we know now in the movies, probably won't work out. But to make someone look smaller in a drawing, it's hard. And most likely, you're going to look at this and you won't think he's 5'3" Wolverine if you haven't seen the movie. So just to kind of help that along a little bit, beside him, I'm going to go ahead and put Kidpool right beside him. In the comics, they have the Deadpool corpse, the Deadpool family, where you had, you know, I keep saying Daredevil, Deadpool and Lady Deadpool and Kidpool and Headpool. You know, they're there. So I want to put Kidpool right here, and Babypool right above him. But also right above him, because there's a little space underneath Wolverine's arm there, I'm actually going to put the Wolverine from the famous Mark Silvestri cover. I think I'll just put that there, just kind of balance out the piece. So next, we're going to have Old Man Logan. That was a lot of fun to see in the movie. And now let's go ahead and draw Cowboy Deadpool. All right, all right, all right. Matthew McConaughey voiced Cowboy Deadpool, so it's a lot of fun to draw him here. Now, why don't we try to fill in what's going on with the hands there? So I'm actually going to start with Ladypool. We've seen Ladypool in the trailer, so not really a spoiler at this point. In the movie, he was played by Ryan Reynolds' wife, Blake Lively, who, fun fact, Ladypool was actually modeled after Blake Lively. This was way before she was married to Ryan Reynolds. Rob Liefeld met her like at a party or something like that. Was a fan of Gossip Girl, and when he made Lady Deadpool, you know, it's kind of had her in mind when making this character. So it's kind of like a nice full circle moment with Lady Deadpool. Also, not a spoiler anymore, X-23, so I wanted to draw X-23 in this piece. You know, we didn't really get to see X-23 in a Wolverine-esque suit, but, you know, a lot of Easter eggs when it came to her, where she was wearing the same glasses that she got from the convenience store in Logan, so it was a lot of fun to draw her as well. Next, I'm going to draw the John Byrne Wolverine. You know, for the longest time, again, because I'm horrible with names, maybe I'm dyslexic, I don't know, I was always calling him John Bryan. I was always calling him John Bryan when I was a kid. I don't know why. I always call him John Bryan. But the John Byrne, brown and yellow, orange, right? The John Byrne, brown and orange Wolverine. And, you know, I had to do that iconic pose from Todd McFarlane that I met recently at a convention showing Hulk in the claws there. That was a lot of fun to draw. So on the other side, because we had a little green there, I'm also going to draw the Wrexham. I'm going to call him the Wrexham Pool. So it's the Deadpool that they put as a cameo that you could tell has the logo of Ryan Reynolds' football club. Have you guys seen Welcome to Wrexham? I think that's what it's called. Ryan Reynolds owns a football club, and he had a Deadpool in here with the logo of that football club there. So I had to put that in. Soccer for you in North America. And probably my favorite one to draw right now, the Cavalry. And that's right, Henry Cavill as Wolverine. What a surprise to see him in the movie. He makes a great Wolverine, eh? He makes a great Wolverine. For those of you who watched it, you know, you also noticed that he did the whole Mission Impossible arm thing. That was always cool when he does that. It's like he's playing the drums, you know. Here we have the Golden Age Deadpool with the gas mask. I think he's called Wheezy Wilson. I think he's called Wheezy Wilson. Now, this is one of my favorite Wolverines, is the Patch Wolverine with the suit. I always like seeing Wolverine in this suit. On the other side, we're going to go ahead and draw. On the other side, we're going to draw Deadpool 2099. Or 2099. 2099, not 2099. Saying 2099 is very 2000s, right? Why don't we go ahead and add Headpool? Now, on the other side, you know, I wanted something that was similar to Headpool. So I was thinking, you know, right at the beginning, Deadpool dug up Logan from the movie Logan. So I thought, okay, why don't I have Logan's skeleton right in the front, kind of to balance the whole piece itself. Now from there, I wanted to add a couple more Deadpool and Wolverine just because I had a lot more time left. But I think that was it when it came to the cameos. Now, if I'm missing any Wolverine cameos, if you guys could let me know in the comments down below, because I was trying to remember who else I saw on there. So I thought to myself, okay, because I have an X-23 in there, I might as well add more Wolverine-style characters or in the Wolverine family. So I knew Sabretooth was in this movie. Sabretooth is someone we've seen in the marketing. So I thought to myself, okay, let's add Tyler Mane Sabretooth to this. So again, in the Wolverine family here, I'm going to add Lady Deathstrike. I don't think Kelly Hu played her in the recent movie, but I wanted it to kind of look a little bit like her, so I did the best I could. Oh, can't forget Dogpool. Got to add Dogpool in that. So let's go back to the other side here. I decided to draw Zenpool on the other side. And maybe there's room for 2 more characters here. And the final Deadpool, and there were a lot of Deadpools I could have added to this, but I wanted to add the one that kind of looked like The Greatest Showman Deadpool, because of Hugh Jackman, and I'm a huge Greatest Showman fan, so wanted to add that. So with that, I had roughly about less than an hour left, so I wanted to add a background in here. I wanted the background to kind of support what was going on in this particular piece here. So, you know, in comic book land, you can't go wrong with smoke and rocks and speed lines. Those are the 3 main things I'm going to add here. And as time winds down, this was a lot of fun to do. This is me drawing Wolverine and Deadpool in 1,000 minutes. As I finish this off here, let me ask you guys, which one was your favorite? Did you like the 100 minutes? Did you like the 10 minutes, 1 minute, 10 second, or this 1,000 minute piece? What would you have liked to see me include in this 1,000 minute piece? Let me know in the comments down below. And I'll let you guys know right now, like, there's been a lot of news coming out the last couple days. I'm thinking about doing maybe a Doctor Doom video, but I also have all these other Marvel style videos that I've been working on, so I'm going to have a lot of content coming up in the next few weeks. Make sure you subscribe so you can catch up on all of the fun. Once again, thank you to the sponsor of this video, Skillshare. Make sure you click the link down below to get Skillshare Premium for the first 500 people who sign up. Make sure you hit that link. Thank you to them for sponsoring this video, and thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, share this video with all your friends, and my name is Games. I am the Box Office Artist. I'm here to say keep drawing. I'll see you all next time. Here is the fun.